What's good, y'all? Welcome to our channel. I'm Maya.
And Sarah.
And we are charmed and dangerous.
Because, you know, we be charming.
And we are dangerous.
Pew,
pew, pew,
pew.
pew. You see the leather? We dangerous out here.
And we dangerous.
Right? Okay.
We charming. And we dangerous.
And before we get into our new series, this cute Capricorn moment, we would love it if you hit that subscribe button down below. We're two besties. We talk about astrology, girl code, players, all the fun stuff that besties normally talk about, we do it right here. So if you're feeling the vibe, if you like things we generally talk about, hit that subscribe button.
And let's be friends.
Yeah, let's be friends, make it official, and on to the video. So this new series, it's about our favorite Capricorn celebrities, some of our favorite Capricorn characters on
Fictional
TV,
characters.
fictional
Just like Maya said, best Capricorn moment.
Yes.
A Capricorn moment. You know what I mean?
Saying a quote, like just a moment of a Capricorn. Like that's
Right.
what we're talking about here today. And our favorites. Okay, so Sarah, let the people know. What was your first choice for a fave Capricorn moment?
And for the 100th time, I would just like to say that I'm a Capricorn rising.
Yes.
So in case you didn't know, I'm a Capricorn rising. Therefore, it resonates, okay?
Yes.
It resonates. My first person is Miss Motherfucking, respectfully, Michelle Obama.
Yes. Respectfully,
Listen.
with all the love and grace and
If it's not, you know what I mean, everything that she has accomplished thus far,
right,
her role as, you know, our ex-president's wife,
right,
her strong arms, like literally arm goals. If
Right.
it's not all these things, it's everything else. Like I feel like she can do no wrong in my eyes, which is very big Capricorn energy. Like
Right.
everything you do, I am taking notes. I want to know how to be like you. And honestly, for a lot of Capricorns, that's really how I feel. Like you just seem to have figured out the perfect equation to be running life. Like you're in a position of power, you're running game, and I respect you and I respect your hustle. So yeah, I pick Michelle Obama obviously because she's a freaking career woman. Besides being a family woman, I feel like first and foremost she's a career woman and she made that clear. Okay, anything she
her
touches
education
is gold.
Yes.
To me. And I actually went on her, I had, you know, the opportunity to go on her book tour with my older sister, and it was honestly one of the greatest nights of my fucking life. Like, it was so freaking cool. And, you know, she talked about her life story and everything she had to go through and what made her be the woman that she is today. And I feel like whenever she talked about her life, she talked about how, even from a very young age, it's like her family even knew that, like, she was destined for great things and that she was always a go-getter and she always wanted to, you know, push herself, which is very Capricorn energy. Capricorns do not settle, and I feel like they have these standards. You know what I mean? And I feel like Capricorns have standards since they were young, and Michelle Obama has had standards
too.
Yeah, since she was young. And I don't know about everybody else. Everybody else doesn't even know what the word standard means until in their like 20s.
Right.
So for that reason, my first choice is Michelle Obama. And all the greatness that she is. Capricorn women, I see you, I admire you, I love you. I said this in our Capricorn video last year. I am taking applications for Capricorn friends. Because I don't have enough. Okay? As a Scorpio, I don't have enough.
Really.
Because we would just get along like this.
Like this. You're really great. You're really great. You're just like a boss.
Yeah.
Love.
Okay, Maya. Let us know. How do you feel? Okay. Give us a Capricorn moment. Give us a Capricorn moment, baby.
Okay, so I'm gonna get you one of my favorite Capricorn ladies, and it is Issa Rae.
Oh!
Y'all,
Oh my.
if you have not watched Insecure, first of all, you're living under a rock.
No, stop it. Stop that.
But
we have an Insecure, did you guys know, if you didn't know, our first video ever on YouTube was an Insecure.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, episode finale review. Literally, it was, we're so awkward in it. That's totally fine.
It's so cute.
Because it's so cute and you
could
could just, you could just see how much we love talking about it.
Right,
Insecure is
and
one of the
also
best
how
shows
much we've
ever.
grown. But yes, love Insecure, love me some Issa Rae. Let me just like give you a quick synopsis of like all the things she's done. She's an author, she's an actress, she's a writer, she is
all the
a
hats.
fashionista, she's a rapper. You hear all those commas that I put in there?
A comedian.
That's like big, yes, that is big Capricorn energy right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got like all the things lined up. They don't have just like one source of income. They got multiple, okay? Big Capricorn energy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I've been listening to this book also, because like I said, she's an author, Awkward Black Girl. It's fucking great. I just feel like she's so beautiful and she inspires me to create and do it boldly. You know what I mean? So I stan this beautiful Capricorn woman. I love her so
love her
much.
so
Like, it's
much.
ridiculous. She could do no wrong. Like, she could really do no wrong.
Actually, like, I follow her on every social media platform. Every time she posts, I'm like, amazed by her presence and her grace and Miss United States. And
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh my god. I've literally had conversations with you about how like nervous I would be when I meet her, but I wouldn't act like I'm nervous because I want her to take me seriously. Because as Capricorns, as y'all know, like, you don't want somebody like to be like geeking out over you because you're already looking at them like, peasant. You know what I mean? So I want her to think that I'm somewhat like, you know, right there,
like cool or whatever. Like,
but like after she turns around, I'm like, oh my gosh. No, she's a bad bitch, you know what I mean? And all respectfully.
Right, respectfully. All this respectfully.
Like, respectfully.
Yeah.
And I feel like Capricorn Woman, when you were naming all of these things with like commas, that, you know, that's her personas and like, you know, all these things that she is. Her accomplishments. I feel like Capricorn kids are the type of kids where like their parents would be like, so what do you want to be when you grow up? And Capricorn's like, I want to be this and I want to be this and I want to be this. And your parents like, okay, you have to pick one. And Capricorn's like, do I?
Do I,
like,
mom and dad?
Is that what you did, mom? You seem a little unhappy.
Right.
A Capricorn child would be the type to call their parent out. Right. Be like,
you weren't
thinking
happy like you. Your goals weren't set high
Mom,
enough.
this is why you're always stressed. Did you push yourself enough?
Right. Questions.
Okay, my second person is none other than Gayle motherfucking King.
Oh.
Alright, y'all already know Gayle King, and if you don't know who Gayle King is, like, come on now. She's like a interview queen. And I feel like her interview skills are on 10. And that is big Capricorn energy to me. I feel like Capricorn is always really good at like dissecting a situation and asking you questions. And not in like a Scorpion way where it's like, oh my god, you're making me feel uncomfortable. Capricorn always like makes it seem professional. Like, I'm asking this for a reason. Like, I need to know this about you.
There's like a logical reason behind this, not like a personal one.
Like, and that's a big Cap energy. You know what I mean? I feel like she has always kept her composure and like the wildest interviews and the wildest settings. Like, obviously the most, you know, obvious example is her interview with R. Kelly. Like,
quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
we all saw pictures and videos, and if you watch the interview where he was literally sitting up screaming at her face, and she's just sitting there like this, and she's like, okay, well, once you're done with that, you know, little tantrum, we'll get back to my questions. And she literally was like so calm, and I'm like, oh my god, how does she do it? She's a Capricorn.
She's beauty.
This is how she's Miss United States.
That is Capricorn.
You know what I mean?
Like,
you will scream at them, but don't get it twisted though, because like, you can't just treat Capricorns like this, and they may not do anything to you right now where there's cameras and people. They will figure out a way to make you feel uncomfortable about what you did to make them feel that way. So don't think that Capricorn is just keeping their composure because they're like a pussy. No. They're actually doing that just because they don't want liabilities. They hate liabilities. Like I said, Gayle King, and I feel like they just will keep their cool no matter what's going on around them. And like, to be an interviewer like that, you need to keep your cool, and you need to be a Capricorn.
You need to have the poise, and to me, that is quintessential Capricorn energy.
I feel like they just always have grace. You know what I mean? Like, Capricorns always have grace. It like, it doesn't run out for them.
No. My next Capricorn that I truly love. You see that eyes roll to the back of my head? I love her dearly. Is Aaliyah. Okay, so. Wow, we all know she is no longer with us. She died in 2001. She had such a huge impact on my life, like musically. Like, literally when I heard her voice as a young girl, like, I was like, I want to sing. You know what I mean? So that's all kinds of inspiring to me. And she had her first album when she was 14 years old, you know what I mean? And despite all the crazy things that we know that happened in her career, I know personally as a 14-year-old, I would not be capable to come out with an album, go out on tour, you know what I mean? So the fact, I just want to like lift her up really quick and shout her out. Like, yes, she went through some really hard things, but her drive and her energy, big Capricorn energy, like I said.
And the impact she had in the industry at her young age.
Yes, like she was always at the top of the R&B game, and to me, she was the Beyonce before there was a Beyonce. And she still, in some ways, is like, yes, it's Beyonce, but Beyonce, in my opinion, can't really act, and Aaliyah could act. So she was the triple threat before the triple threat of Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? So like to me, she will forever be iconic, and we stan this Capricorn queen.
Right. 100%. And the fact that she's gone and she's still able to maintain this much talk about her,
people,
you know what I mean?
Aspire
it's
to be
freaking Aaliyah.
like Aaliyah. You know
I wasn't even
she's still
here in 2001 or any of her, you know what I mean, in any of her of her rise in the industry, and I still know about Aaliyah.
Right. So that freaking says something about the impact that she had on this industry.
And that's Capricorn energy.
Exactly.
Like Capricorns will leave their mark if it's the last thing they'll do.
And she was hustling. Love her. All right.
So I have a quick one that I just feel like I need to say because like you need to know. Y'all,
people.
My third real person is Ryan Seacrest. Okay, now really think about this. Somebody needs to retire this man. You know what I mean? Somebody needs to retire him because it seems like he's been working since the age of 5. And, you know, he's in the business of making money, honey. Like, he's a freaking radio host. He's a TV host. He's a commentator. Like, he's a singer, artist, makeup artist. Like, I don't even know.
Right, like, damn, he does everything.
He's a one-man team. Every time I turn on my TV, I see Ryan Seacrest. Like, he's on every channel. You know what I mean? This man is working so hard.
So true.
And to me, this is very big Cap energy because it's like he's taking on any project that is given to him, you know?
Yes.
And Cap, sometimes you need to say no. Ryan, if you're watching this, sometimes you just need to say no because listen, it's confusing me how many things you're on. I don't know where your loyalties are.
Can I just say something really funny? To me, it's like, you know, everybody says like the devil works hard, but Capricorns work harder.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, Ryan Seacrest works harder than everybody.
Is like doing
everybody.
That. You
like,
know what I'm
everybody.
saying?
He's like, yeah, you know, he won American Idol. Like, come on.
He won. He's not singing,
he's not singing, but like, he won.
We all tuned in for him.
Like, it's Ryan Seacrest. You know, go home. Give him a break. Does he go on vacation? He needs to go on vacation.
He does. Does he even want to?
He doesn't, but somebody needs to force him. All right?
He needs to relax.
Like, are there multiple people in the paparazzi, or is it just Ryan Seacrest the whole time? You know what I mean? You know?
Yes.
He's like running LA.
Right.
He runs LA. He runs LA. He's your realtor. You want to go to
shape.
You better go to Ryan Seacrest.
He's like, you gotta ask Ryan. You can't do it without asking Ryan. You gotta talk to him first.
Invented the Hollywood sign.
Typical Capricorn shit. Invented the Hollywood sign.
So now we're gonna go into fictional characters, all right? And I picked 2 for Capricorn. My first one is Monica. So if you watch Friends, you would know that Monica Geller is a motherfucking Capricorn. And y'all, like, really think about it. Like, Monica's such a tryhard. Like, she just wants to be... She just wants to be the best at everything she does, and everything is a competition, even things that she enjoys, even things that she does with her friends and family. Like, that is Capricorn energy. Most people are competitive with people at work. Capricorns are competitive with everybody. They're competitive with their bed. You know what I mean? They're competitive with anything, like anything.
So and that controlling aspect,
exactly,
really coming through.
It really does. And to me, that's Monica. You know what I mean? She wants to be the best at everything, and she's super competitive. And I also feel like she has a lot of trauma from like her childhood, you know, since she's been wanting to, you know, prove everybody wrong. Like, she was not taken seriously, you know, with her mom and dad. So I feel like her whole life she wanted to prove to them that like, I'm the best at this. She had a freaking gym in her room growing up. You know what I mean? That's traumatizing. But like, look at her now. Look at her now.
Right. She's like, I got goals and I'm gonna reach them.
Right. Right. You know what I mean? And I feel like Caps just lose their childhood like too soon. And like, to me, that's like Monica. And I feel like once she got a taste of power, like she wasn't ready to let it go. And that's Capricorn energy.
Yeah.
They may have felt powerless at the beginning of their life, but once they get that power, it's like, bloop.
It's like, I ain't never letting it go. And I'm gonna ride it to the top, honey. Honey bunny. So, the next Capricorn queen that I really, really stan is Mary J. Blige. If you don't know, she is a Capricorn. I just love Mary J. Blige's voice. Like, to me, she makes me feel all the feels, and also she makes me feel like a strong, independent woman. And I just feel like that is like Capricorn women and Capricorn like placements to me. They are strong, determined, like independent women. You know what I mean?
Lifting people up.
Lifting people up. And I feel like all of her songs are really great, but Just Fine is one of my favorite songs by her, and I feel like it's like a Capricorn anthem, and if you don't know it, you should check it out, because I feel like all the Capricorns will be singing it at the top of their lungs. Basically, she's just saying like, I'm really happy with all the things that I'm doing. I'm not gonna change myself for anybody. The way my life is just fine. And I feel like for Capricorns, that is very true, because they're doing the things they need to do to make themselves happy. So it's like, you could sing this at the top of your lungs being like, yeah, I'm doing great. I'm feeling just fine, honey. Check out the song. I promise you're gonna love it.
Ooh, I love this.
It's a really great song,
like,
guys.
that is such Capricorn energy. I feel like Caps, like, all they want to do is like work hard enough to have the safety and the cushion to be just fine by themselves. And a lot of people in life that aren't Capricorns feel the need to, like, you know, use other people and like have other things to make themselves feel worthy of a happy life. And like Capricorn truly wants to do that all by themselves. I feel like that speaks volumes about Caps.
Yes.
Okay, so my final fictional character that reminds me of Capricorns that I believe in my heart is a Capricorn is Stefan from The Vampire Diaries.
Yes.
Now, listen, we all know if you've watched Vampire Diaries, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, why are you here? I'm just kidding.
Go watch it.
But honestly, watching it, we all know that Stefan has, you know, darkness within him. He's a fucking vampire, but he's like the good vampire. Okay, whatever that means. You know what I mean? He like doesn't want people to see that he's bad though, and like I feel like he cares a lot about his reputation and what people think of him. And to me, that's big Cap energy. Capricorn's like, y'all want people to view you in a certain way, and the way that you want them to view you is very much controlled by you, your narrative. You know what I mean? You don't want people to build their own narrative of you. You want to be the one controlling that. Stefan is always doing that. Like, oh my god, no, what will people think of me? Like, I'm a good vampire. I'm really good. You know what I mean? Like, why you care so much? But like, you be doing some crazy shit on the low, but okay, nobody's judging you.
Right, it's like when you let it out, it'd be wild.
Right,
you know?
And that's the thing. I feel like he's like super nurturing and kind, but when his heart is broken, like Jack the Ripper comes out. You know, like Caps are amazing when they're in love and when they're all, you know, mushy. But when it comes time to go cold, they do cold better than anybody. And like you could see that with Stefan in Vampire Diaries. Like he's like insanely cold when he's going through like I hate life moment.
Yes.
You know, and that's Cap energy.
Yes.
So I think Stefan is a Cap.
Big Cap energy. I love that you say this. Also, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if the people know this. Elena, if you watch Vampire Diaries, Elena is also a Capricorn.
I did not know that.
And so, even though I don't think she's a Capricorn in Vampire Diaries, the fact that she's a Capricorn
Elena's
in real
a Virgo in Vampire. Virgo, Libra cusp.
Yes, 1000%.
Or something like that.
Something like that.
And people are like, hey, cusps aren't real. Okay, you're gonna shoot me? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, if I say cusps are real, like, what are you gonna do?
People say cusps are real?
Yeah, people be saying that shit. I mean, that's fine. Like, believe what you want, but like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna come like beat me up if I say cusps are real?
Do it then. You're gonna take us both?
Do me a favor and look at the channel name. It's Charmed and Dangerous.
Okay. Beware. Okay, but really though, I love the girl who plays Elena because she is a Capricorn, and it makes so much sense to me because Elena bugs the fuck out of me, but Catherine,
Katarina,
I'm getting down with, you know what I mean? And the way that she reads people, like just like even in the scene, I feel it.
It's like, how can you be so bland and then be so seasoned? You know what I mean? Like, in like both of these characters. And that is Capricorn energy. You bitch, you think I'm stupid? Bitch, you think I'm stupid?
No.
No, I'm not.
And also, don't ever forget that I have these clap backs for you. I have these reads for you, honey.
I feel like Capricorn is just that sign that wants to impress people. You know what I mean? But not in like a Libra way where it's like really Capricorn's like
it's like I
know what it
is.
It's
hard to get here, so you know what it is.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
For sure.
They don't really gotta talk the talk, they just walk the walk.
Libra gotta talk
the talk. And you be looking good, Libra. Don't forget.
And you know what, baby? You talk that talk. Firstly, we need to make a quick shout out.
And we don't even want it to be quick. This is actually like like she's like a Capricorn queen.
She is.
Like,
she
don't
really
even
is.
disrespect her. Like,
no,
you
we
know
can't.
she
we
is.
can't. We cannot.
So, as much as I want to go on and on about the list of things that I can say about this beautiful, lovely woman,
yes,
we would much rather just insert a montage of her best moments.
Yes.
Miss Tiffany Pollard.
New York.
I have nothing to worry about. I have one up on everyone in the house, if not more. Beyonce, sweetie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that an ugly ass bitch like this would even say that. Oh my God, are you fucking insane? Beyonce? You know who you really look like? You fucking look like Luther Vandross. That would be a very bad route for you to take because you might be a bitch, but I'm the HBIC.
Alright, y'all. So if you didn't know, we got a podcast. And we got a podcast.
We got that podcast, so check it out.
Yeah, check it out. We post the podcast every Tuesday. And on the podcast, we discuss questions that are related to our YouTube video. So at the end of each YouTube video, we're going to post a question and then we discuss further in the podcast. So our podcast is more of like an after hours vibe.
Late
like,
night.
We can talk about the shit that we can't fucking talk about on YouTube. So if you want to check that out, link down below. So are you ready for the question for this week?
I'm ready.
Okay, so the question is, what is Capricorn's worst trait?
Oh,
and this is opinion based, so before you get all booty tickled, it's opinion based. You know what I mean? It's just fun. It's fun. Okay?
Yes.
It's funny. You don't think it's funny?
Some person sees as like their worst trait, can another person see as their best
Exactly.
trait.
So you want to hear us talk about this?
Relative.
Yeah, you gotta check out the podcast. Okay.
Do it.
So we're gonna link our socials somewhere over here. Like I said, we post Monday and Thursday on YouTube, Tuesday for the podcast. Don't forget to comment down below and let us know who your favorite Capricorns are.
Yes.
Capricorn fictional characters that you've always thought were Capricorn. We would love to hear all of that. It'll be fun.
Yes.
We'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.